Hey, what's up, guys? Morning to you. I just thought I'd give a kind of an NHL update while I was eating breakfast. I was like, yeah, what the hell, right? Actually, I already did the video, but I forgot to turn the microphone on. Oh, fuck off. Fucking kidding me. It's all garbage. It's all garbage, man. Yeah, what the hell, right? So when we look at the West wildcard race, for me it comes down to two teams. One of them's already sitting in there, which is St. Louis Blues, and the one just outside looking in is the Kings. I think that last spot, that bottom spot, is going to go to one of those two teams. It's going to be the Kings versus the Blues. Interesting enough, Kings have been kicking some serious ass lately. They've been winning some games. They've lost a few. They did end up playing St. Louis, and they lost that game. They lost that game 3-1. So, but they did kick Washington's ass 4-2. So I thought that was pretty good. That was pretty solid. I mean, Washington's kind of going through a bit of a hiccup right now, but still. And they ended up beating the Buffalo last night 2-0. Also with their trade with Joe McGinley, so they ended up acquiring Joe McGinley in a trade, which in my opinion says that they're going all in for this. Because to pick up a guy like him right at the end of the season, it shows everyone that you want to make a playoff push and you want to get in there and see what you can do. Now, Joe McGinley has actually been fitting in quite well. I think he's got like 3 goals or 4 goals in a couple games, so he's fitting in quite nicely there. So far it seems like a pretty good pickup for them. They also ended up getting Ben Bishop from the Lightning. So Ben Bishop, if you don't know, he's a pretty solid goaltender. So now they got Quick and Bishop in, and Quick's really good. So they got some pretty solid goaltending right now. And then they just added Joe McGinley, who's been scoring some goals for them. So honestly, my team to watch from the West is the Kings right now. If they can bump out the Blues and squeak into the playoffs, look for them to be extremely deadly. They now go from a team that possibly wasn't going to make it to can possibly win the cup, because they've already done that before. There was one year, can't remember when, but they just nearly squeaked into the playoffs and they ended up winning the cup. So, man, when you get into the playoffs, it's really anybody's game. It just becomes playoff hockey. And if your team isn't ready for playoff hockey, even if you're at the top of your division, there's a chance you're going to get kicked out by a lower seed team. It's been proven before, and it'll probably happen again. So that's kind of fun. It'll be in my opinion, it'll come down to the Kings and Blues. I don't see the Jets getting in there. They're 10 points out still, even with their win last night over the Islanders. I don't see them making it in there. Just a fun game to keep an eye out for is on Sunday. It's gonna be the Kings versus Calgary. Calgary's been on a pretty wicked win streak. They ended up losing. Was it last night or the night before? But they're gonna end up facing the Kings on Sunday, and that could be a pretty fun matchup, I think. That's kind of it from the West for me right now. I mean, I still think Chicago and Minnesota, I think it's going to come down to them. Actually, the Ducks have been doing quite well, and so have the Sharks. So, you never really know. Actually, another fun game to watch is on Saturday, which is tomorrow for me. I don't know who the hell is going to watch this. So, yeah, tomorrow night is Anaheim versus San Jose. Both of them have been doing quite well. I think San Jose's had a few hiccups lately, but I mean, anytime any California team meets up, you know it's going to be a good, fun matchup. They usually get pretty scrappy. We might not see a lot of that nearing the end of the season, just because guys want to stay healthy for the playoffs, especially teams that are in the playoffs, which both these two teams are. But I still look for pretty aggressive, fun hockey game. in Anaheim versus San Jose. So keep an eye on that. Could be a potential playoff series as well too. So it's always fun to see those right before the playoffs start. So that's about it from the West for me. In the East, even though the Canadiens are still top of the division, they've been getting the ball rolling a little bit. Man, I don't see them doing that well in the playoffs, unfortunately. Now that they got a new coach in Claude Julien, maybe next year they can make a serious run at it. But you never know. Ottawa's actually been doing fantastic this year. And the Bruins as well. The Bruins have been playing really well lately. Actually, in a couple days, Ottawa is going to face Boston. And that'll be a fun one as well. Because that could be a potential playoff series as well. Because if we go back... Yeah, because if it started right now, if playoffs started right now, Ottawa and Ottawa would both be in a playoff series together. And I'm telling you right now, that would be a wicked series to watch. Seriously. And as far as the East wildcard spot goes, it's going to come down to the Leafs are just squeaked in there right now with 78. But honestly, the Islanders could do it, and Tampa Bay can also squeak in there. They're both with 77. Flyers, I don't see them making it in. Obviously, as you go down the list, it's less and less likely. Florida, probably not. Carolina, nah. And no one else has a chance, in my opinion. It's going to come down to the Leafs, Islanders, and Tampa Bay. Rangers are still sitting pretty in their wildcard spot because they're... The East Metropolitan is just jacked this year. Wow. All of them have 90 or more points. Well, the top four anyway. Sorry. Wow. Yeah, you know what? This should be a pretty fun playoffs. I'm actually really excited. Not exactly sure how I want to do all the videos for that, but I kind of want to do something a little different for the playoffs. But other than that, I'm just going to keep doing the play-by-plays. I haven't made a hockey video in a little while. I just haven't had time. Been doing a lot of stuff lately. We're selling the house. I don't even know if I'm going to put this in there, but yeah, we're selling the place. We're moving out of here. Trying to move up in the world. Right, trying to grow outside the YouTube as well as inside the YouTube. So, yeah, I mean, if I see any good hockey games coming up and I have time to do a play-by-play, I'll do a play-by-play. Because I quite enjoy them. I'm quite enjoying all this. It's fun for me. It's nice to have a hobby other than just sitting on the parking your ass on the couch and watching TV all day. Getting kind of tired of that. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for me. I just want to make a quick little video, kind of give me an update. So, hope you're enjoying your day and have a good one.